So I have had a lot of people ask me about our geography and what we're doing this year because we have like a very big geography emphasis in our homeschool this year. And I'm using a few different resources, so I thought we'll just show you guys today what we're doing. So we each day do something different when it comes to geography, and we have a special box that we're going to try out today. So I will show you guys how that works, which we've never used that before, so we're excited. So my kids will actually be in the video with me today. So if you guys don't know me, I'm Toni, and I've got 4 kids here that are going to be hanging out with us who are 13, 11, 9, and 7. There's my little tiny one. So let's find out what we do for geography. Ready? Let's go. Okay, so the first thing that we are doing, this is our, what is today, Wednesday? This is the book that we do on Wednesday, which is called Hungry Planet. So we have a country that we study normally all week, and then we have something we do with them on Tuesday, which I'll show you in a minute, and then Wednesday is Hungry Planet, which just shows what they eat, and it's very cool. You guys have liked it, right? Mm-hmm. So this week, what country are we studying?
Spain.
Spain. But Spain is not in this book. This only has so many, and it doesn't have Spain. But we've been curious. We're doing all these other countries, and they've actually been curious what the United States eats. Even though we live in the United States, we thought it'd be cool to show what they eat. So we're actually going to do the United States today. So the family that we are reading about is from California. The cool part about this book is it talks about how much is spent, and that was really neat. We know, we even spend a different amount than other people in the U.S. So, but we have seen, like, what have we studied so far? We've studied Spain, Bhutan, China, India. Mongolia, what? India, Greenland,
Japan,
Xinjiang, and Japan. We've studied all those countries, and now we're doing U.S. This is the cabins of California. Okay, so we get together then, and the kids read me what they have. So here's the family. They show all the stuff that they eat in 1 week, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say, just to give you guys an example of a different country that we normally do. Let's say we did Guatemala. So we're able to see all the different foods that they eat in with this Guatemalan family. Then they break it down and show how much they spend. So like you look at them, and it's neat to be able to see. So like they spend $34.75 on fruits, vegetables, and nuts. Let's see what the Americans do. They probably don't eat a lot of fruit. They're $21. But we've seen a lot of big differences.
Cabin family in the kitchen of their home in American Canyon, California, with a week's worth of food. Craig Cavan, 38, and Reagan.
Okay, so what do you guys see that you guys recognize?
They have corn dogs.
Jonah's favorite.
And they have carrots.
Mm-hmm.
And vanilla wafers. Guys, are we gonna
everybody
say?
help. What else do you guys see?
Bananas. Tortillas.
Coke.
Grapes.
Pizza, my favorite.
Bananas.
Pizza, bananas.
Peanut butter.
Coke. Skippy peanut butter.
Bagels.
Water.
Broccoli.
Orange juice.
Okay, so the next thing that we're trying today is a box that was sent to me, and I have not ever used this before, but I'm really excited. It's Little Global Citizens. So it's a little like subscription box that you can get, and it's all centered around one country. So I get to pick a country. So I picked Spain. We're talking about Spain this week, so that's what we chose. So we're gonna look in here. We actually opened this yesterday. It's got all kinds of stuff in here, so I will show you guys. It's got a little booklet, and we read a little bit of this yesterday. It gives you a history of Spain. It's got a bunch of different little activities and things in here. So we are going to go through here, and I've got 4 kids, so obviously not everybody gets their own thing. So we're gonna go through here and share the craft projects, and they're gonna work on this while I read about this today. So let's go. I'm going to pass out a little project for each of you, and you can be working on this. So we've got 2. Now the cool part is, we noticed this yesterday, the flamenco dancer, and for our music class, we have been learning about flamenco. That was the first music we did, I think? So 2 people get to make, I think, a flamenco dancer, and 2 people get to make a mosaic tile. So who wants to do what?
You want to look like that?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Who else? You want that? Which one? Okay.
Did you want to make that?
Okay, so you get to do the other tile. Okay, that worked out perfect. Okay, so you guys are going to use this glue, and there should be all the supplies should be in here. So you're going to take your pieces and fit them on here, so that you make sure they fit right. Then you're going to put them on here. So that is cool that it has that. So we've got 4 projects, And then there's 2 more things that we'll do another day. So it's actually got 6 projects in here. And there's dice, so I'm assuming there's a game that we'll get to also. And then it has a book too that we're gonna be reading. Lola's Flamenco. You guys ready to hear about Spain?
Yes.
Okay, so we read about Luca yesterday. And that was cool because it shared this little boy, Luca, and he talked about what it's like to live in Madrid, Spain, and the different things that he likes about it. We got all the way to there. So regions, there are 17 distinctive regions within the country of Spain. Each region has their own unique identity and traditions. See how diverse they are in the photos here. So we've got Andalusia, Catalonia. Look at these different places. You can see how different they are. We've got a castle here. There's water. This one's mountains, or this one's like all greenery there. Totally different. See that? Can you see these? See how all these different pictures are different?
Yeah.
You girls look too at these. Those are all the 6 different regions, and see how completely different each one is? Isn't that neat? Oh, I love it. That's so good. So Madrid is right here in the center of Spain. Remember we found Spain on the map the other day? Everybody look where Madrid is. It's right in the center there. Okay. Language. Did you know that Spanish is the 2nd most spoken language in the world? 500 million people speak it. That is a lot. While 99% of Spaniards speak Castilian, the Castilian version of Spanish, there are at least 10 different dialects spoken in different regions of Spain. So the story of the traveling tiles. This is the tiles that Jonah and Annabelle are working on. Spanish tiles are instantly recognizable, and their history goes back thousands of years. During medieval times, intricate tiles were produced in southern and eastern Spain, used for roofs, and fountains, and other home decorating. Okay, so they're gonna keep working on their projects here, but we only did a little bit of this book. There's, I read some yesterday. I think it's probably meant, you get one every month, so I think it's meant to be used, spread throughout the month. So we are gonna save some for the next couple days to keep reading, but it's really cool. It's got a lot of information in it, and it's got projects, and then it even has a recipe in the back, which is really cool. 2 different recipes. So, all right, I'm gonna show you guys the rest of the stuff that we're doing for geography while they're working on this. Okay, so Annabelle, you've got yours. You put it on here. Now you're gonna glue it onto here. So put glue all over this with your paintbrush, and then you're gonna just transfer your pieces over here. See how you guys are doing over here. Look at these beautiful flamenco dancers. The next part of our geography that we do, the 2 things that we do, okay, keep working on your project. The 2 things that we do, I've got Window on the World. This is something we do on Tuesdays. So every Tuesday we do Window on the World. This has a ton of countries in here. What I've done is I've gone down the list, and I tried for the first at least 9 weeks or so, I tried to match up a country that I found in here with a country that I found in here. So let's just do China. We've got China. I look on here. That's on page 38, so I go to 38. It's got the flag. It's got all their facts about where they live, how many people live there. It talks about their religion. It talks about customs and all kinds of things. Then it has this whole section about how to pray for China specifically. So my kids read all of those things. I read this, and they read all those, and they read the fact file, and they read all those things, so they're involved in it. So that's what we would do on Tuesday. So then in this book, Hungry Planet, we would pull this out on Wednesday, and I would put up China. Sometimes they have 2 families of each country, just to show like the different way that different people eat. So I would go to, let's say, 74. We've got a family here, and it's cool. It shows the picture of what they eat. The neat thing about some of these countries is they have all kinds of food that some of it we've never heard of before, we've never eaten. So the kids get to go through and actually see a picture. Here it talks about how much the food is, how much they spent for the week, and then it gives like a story about them. And it usually has a couple different pictures. Past that, that shows how they live and things like that. So we go through this whole thing, and that's usually what we do on Wednesdays. It also has a recipe if you wanted to make a recipe from that country, and then they've got the next one. So those are the two books that we use Tuesday and Wednesday. Once we do Window on the World and we've read about that country, we get a bright neon yellow card. And so we talked about China. I have my kids go through that list of things that you can pray for that country for. They pick something that they want to pray for that country, and we write it on this card, and then we actually pray for them. This one says, pray for China, for the leaders to rule this huge country wisely and fairly. So we talked about it being a communist country. We discussed all that so they know how to pray, and then we try to regularly pray for them. So what we usually do once we have all of these countries up here, we'll say, okay, everybody go grab a card. They'll randomly grab a card, or they'll pick one that they want to pray for, and then we go around and we pray for them. So it's been really neat to add that into our homeschool. I would say about once a week we take a card and pray for them after, and usually we pray for that new country once we learn about it then too. So we usually try to do it a couple times a week. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, one other thing that we have is this geography map. This is so cool. It is a scratch off map. So when we talk about a place around the world, we scratch it off. And I'm actually using this for our 5 in a row, which is also a big geography focus for the little ones. So I'm not scratching off all the countries that we look at. So once we talk about one of the places in 5 in a row, like this one was Madeline, and I try, instead of putting it on here because they're big and they were actually taking the peeling off. Hers was France, so we have her kind of right above France where we talked about that. So that is really cool if you guys don't have one of those scratch off maps. Oh, you want to show me? Let me see. Oh, look how good it turned out. That is so cool.
Nice that it has like...
Okay, here's Annabelle's finished product. Look at that. Great job. Okay, so the other thing that we do with geography is I bought these cheap little passports, and we have I'll print stuff out just from Pinterest or something like that, and I'll print out the flag for like China. We'll have some things that show maybe the population or something like that, and that shows that we visited that spot, that country. This one we did Mongolia, and I found a thing that showed like their food and their flag. So we just have tried to put those things in the little passports to show where they went. So it's been really cool to do that. Those things are so easy to find online that are free, and I didn't have to buy like a stamp or something like that. So everybody has their own little passport so that they can look at the end of the year and remember where they went. So one other thing that I showed you guys earlier in the year was this maps book, and it's from Big Picture Press. This thing is so awesome. So if you are doing a geography study, this is so great. We have been using this. It's super nice. Like, we have that map on the wall, but it's really nice to be able to pull this out if we just are at the table working and we want to see where something is. It's got all kinds of pages, all kinds of different colors and stuff. And the cool thing is, some of these pages, this one is the United Kingdom, and it's got all these different pages here, and it shows all these different things about the United Kingdom. So when we're studying about a country, it's neat to be able to like learn more about it. Here's Spain. So we're gonna pull this up this week and look at all the different things about Spain, and you can learn a lot just from this book. So this is super cool. I love having this. So I would recommend getting this if you are gonna be doing a geography study. One other thing that we're using, even though we're studying geography around the world and doing countries this year, I do have this game, and we try to do this. We usually try to do a game once a week. Sometimes the kids like to do it more, but this is really fun just to keep everybody remembering about the states, learning the states, the capitals, and it has the nicknames, the states, the capitals, and the nicknames, and where they go. My kids love this game, so this is really fun. We do that. For a while there, they wanted to do this every day, but we don't really have time to do a game every day, but we try to do it at least once a week. So that is kind of all the elements that we use for our geography study this year, and it's been really cool. I love all of it, and it's really nice to be able to piece things together and do a different thing one day and a different thing one day, and it really keeps it interesting. I feel like we're learning a lot from around the world. We're also using, for our read aloud, the first one we did was Gladys Aylward, which was set in China. This book is amazing. If you haven't read it yet, you need to read it to your family. It was so good. But this tied in with the geography too. So we're not going to do these every single time. I'm switching off from missionary study, and then I also have, and then we're doing like a fun book, and then a missionary study and a fun book. But this was neat too, to tie in the country that we're learning about. It's really, it doesn't take a whole lot. And it's really just learning it as a family, and that's one of my favorite things that we do in our morning basket time. If you want to know some of the other stuff that we do in morning basket time, I do have a video on that, so I'll link that above. But if you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on other homeschool, thrifty life, and mom life content, because I always have something coming every single week. So thanks for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.